Offside with me, the one and only Barbara Windsor, Arthur Muller, Sade, Britney Spears. Good evening. Now, tonight in the show, after a Union Jack was planted in his back garden, Martin O'Neill has stepped up his home security. 4 pit bulls, 6 Alsatians and 8 Rottweilers have been sacked and replaced by Bobo Baldi. The joint Scottish-Irish bid for Euro 2008 has already revealed their mascot for the tournament. After much deliberation, they've gone with something that combines the culture of both countries. It's a cross between a half-cut leprechaun and Rab C. Nesbitt. And as Hearts boss Craig Levine reveals he's been followed around by a stalker, Bobby Williamson tells us that when he was at Kilmarnock, somebody regularly chapped his door up to 7 times a night. It was a delivery boy for the Sheesh Mahal. There's been a storm of controversy over the shirt Celtic players are made to wear when they perform poorly in training. There it is there, I had a Vega. Now, every day, of course, has an off day, and if you put in a shocking performance at the BBC, you're forced to wear this shirt. There it is. Tommy. Have a seat. Have a seat. I'm just checking that stuff comes off, aye. Right, so how are you?
I'm not too bad at all.
That's again. Don't suddenly swing round like you nearly took my out there with that. That's right. Now, Hugh, before we start, if you could do us a favour, could you just read the top line there, please?
The top line is a bit...
Seriously, come on.
Could you bring it a wee bit closer?
And superb trophy. Now, what about first trophy of his career, ladies and gentlemen, the Challenge Cup. Come on, wee round of applause for that. Now, could you actually do us a favour? It looks lovelier, but could you just hold it up again? Just hold it up. I'll tell you why.
You want me standing?
Aye, because there's a couple of Hibs fans up the back. They've never ever seen a trophy. So there you go. You got a wee idea what they're like now. That's the game. Now, is it right these are twins?
No.
Yeah, right. Oh, well, this is a real thrill. That's me. I've now had all 3 proclaimers on the show. Brilliant. Right, now, I must say as well, there are quite a lot of Celtic fans in the audience tonight, so if you don't mind, I'm not going to take any chances. Now, Jim, you've got a reputation for no smiling. A wee grin tonight, I don't need to use this. Hey, that's better, isn't it? There we go.
Didn't kiss me.
Sorry,
Didn't kiss me.
Might as well. It's great.
Oh, that was great. You do always refer to yourself as a Scotland fan. You're a Scotland fan at heart.
Yeah.
So are you quite glad that last guy resigned?
We'll get him out of the road.
Aye.
We've got a decent manager in now.
Right, good. Yep, now you're still on as...
You in for the job? No.
Aye, wait a minute, we're only warming up.
I wouldn't unless he was, as long as he gives the media, I don't want a job.
Right, don't you? But
Sorry, mate.
Right. Sandy, you said, and we've got a quote for you here, you said that football is a drug and you're an addict. Do you miss the Christmas parties in Perth? Though I'm dying to know, because you have had all these jobs, what, I mean, are you just like shite at interviews?
Yeah. I think basically must be that.
Right, now, what we have to ask you as well, you went to Nottingham Forest and down there you were a legendary striker. Why did you go on strike?
No, because I didn't enjoy it anymore.
Would you come back to Scotland?
To go on strike.
Ah, you could get you could get a job driving the trains or something. Aye, easy peasy. But why do you wear a cap? I mean, why do you cover up that magnificent head of hair? I mean, what about, come on, what about a head of hair like that? Come on, a wee round of applause for that. It's magnificent. It's amazing. I mean, amazing. 7-8-year-old and I had the hair like that. It's fantastic.
That's what the birds say, Tom. That's what the birds say, even the doos.
Earlier in the season, of course, John, you actually told us the secret of how you get your hair like that. Let's just see this.
Pantene, protein, shampoo, and a hell of a lot of pigeon shit.
Did you have a good Cheltenham?
Up until the last day.
Aye.
Things went wrong. We'll draw a veil over that. Yeah.
Right, OK, we'll draw a veil out. But there's a lot of punters watching the show tonight, and what we'd like to do, we've got a quiz coming up later for you and Mixu, all right? You're a big horsey man, OK? And what we'd like to do, and that's a genuine quiz, can you name these 3 horses, OK? Now, let's see the first 40. Great Grand National winner.
Red Rum.
Red Rum, well done. What about this one?
Well, Desert Orchid.
Desert Orchid, you're doing well. And the final horse? I mean, 3-0 against Ayr United. What went wrong?
Everything.
Aye. And what happened after? You just get home and kick hell out of Schnorbits?
No.
Oh, and he does. I mean, he does look like him, doesn't he? Jimmy Calderwood?
Yes,
Why'd you like him?
because he looks like Barry Winters.
We've got a quiz coming up later, but one final question for you, and it's a yes or a no, OK? It's 0-0 in an Old Firm game. There's 1 minute left in the clock. Henrik Larsson is clean through in goal. He gets blatantly hacked down for the back. Would you give a penalty?
Yes.
Who to? Right, for now, thank you, Dallas. You can tell the story. What about this? The minute silence in Sweden.
Trying to forget all about this one. I joined the Foreign Legion to forget,
What's
but
a
I can't.
cracker?
Yeah, it was actually. It was Aberdeen against Gothenburg, European tie again at Pittodrie. Minute silence beforehand, and I'm looking blankly around, wondering why there was this minute silence. The only thing I'd read in the paper was that the goalie's uncle had died. So after the minute silence, live to the northeast of Scotland, I said, and that minute silence, of course, was for the goalie's uncle who'd died. All was well until the end of the match, and this top radio executive came up to me and he put his arm around my shoulders and he said, Rob, he said, you know, you're always glued to the back pages, but maybe you should just occasionally have a wee look at the front pages as well. Did you not know that the Swedish Prime Minister, Olof Palme, was assassinated yesterday?
And what was Alex Ferguson like? I mean, we hear all these stories about him. What was he like actually in the dressing room?
Oh, he's just a soft, cuddly individual, as you're aware. That's the way he always has been.
No, Alex Ferguson, I mean,
What was he like?
everyone's heard a lot about him, about his escapades in the changing room, and he was a wild man. He was very wild. I've seen him pin a couple of players to walls and death. Aye, not from behind. I've seen him throw cups of tea. I've had a few thrown over myself. I mean, he would think nothing. One day I started laughing at training and he sent me home. It was 7 miles away, you know, for laughing at training.
Right.
He fined John Hewitt for overtaking him.
Right. Was this to the queue in the bar, presumably?
No.
My Falkirk days were the best days.
Oh, were they? How? Tell us about them.
It was one time we went up to. It was the pre-season. We went up to Mull.
Right.
Glamour trip, you know.
Aye.
And we were up there for 4 days, finishing off the end of our pre-season, and we stayed in this wee guest house. So wee women fed us for 4 days. It was fish, 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 fish. Help yourself, boys. Fish soup, fish pie. And the boys are like, no, I can't handle this here. So she used to sit and eat with us.
Right.
So he's like, enjoying that, boys? No. So here one day she's dropped her fork and Ian McCall, manager of Airdrie.
Oh, he didn't, he? Up the back? No. Did he? That's shocking. You can't tell that. You honestly, tell a nice wee air story. You can't tell that. Now, on you go, right, she dropped her fork.
She dropped her fork. Ian McCall went in, he says, didn't touch that, son. She says, that means a stranger's coming to the door. He says, well, let's hope it's the butcher.
Now, before Hibs, you were at Wolves, Bolton, Aberdeen, but all started at Dundee United when you came out here. 20-year-old, young Finnish boy. How did that happen?
Well, my father had some business contacts here in Scotland, and they started talking about football, and I was playing in Finland at the time.
Right.
And they asked me to come and train with the team a couple of weeks, and I started from there.
Right. So your father did business in Dundee? Aye. I don't mean it like that. I was just wondering if he sold, like, home pregnancy kits or something, you know. No.
That was a side business.
Right, OK. Now, you did, the interesting thing is, you did your national service as well before you came here, so did that prepare you for Jim McLean?
Very easy.
I mean, you were a legendary manager, and when we sort of roll back the years a wee bit, I mean, we actually got this for the club. This is actually, and it's genuine, it's the Dundee United training schedule for Jim's time. We got our hands on this, and it's fascinating stuff. You were a great manager. 6:30 a.m. jogging, 7 a.m. sprinting, bit of an early start, Jim. 8 o'clock dribbling, 9:15 a.m. digging ditches, 11:20 a.m. cleaning chimneys, and 12 noon paint the Tay Bridge. I mean, that was a tough all day, Jim, frankly.
That was Duncan Ferguson's, obviously.
Now, was all that stuff true? I mean, we've all joked about it for 20 years. Were you as hard as that on them? Digging ditches and all that stuff?
No, that honestly, that was 10 times worse than that.
Now, you did, of course, have the great Bill Shankly as your manager. And what's the story with Bill Shankly that involves your private parts and boot polish?
Oh, no. You don't want to know that.
It's a great story. Come on.
There's a lot of ladies in the audience.
That's all right. I can't actually see any. That's a grand night. Rough night. I thought we were doing town to town tonight, and it was like Chernobyl against Beirut or something. Rough audience.
Do you remember the very famous picture when Vinnie Jones got hold of the Gascoignes at Crown Jewels? Well, a guy did that with me in a game at Coventry, and obviously I reacted, you know, a bit painful. So, you know, I got sent off and he got stretchered off. So after it, Shank said, "What happened?" I said, "Well, I grabbed me by the gillies, boss." So in those days, the manager had always to go to the Lancaster Gate to the FA to plead your case.
Right.
You know, none of that nonsense, red cards. He had to go and plead your case. So we always had to think up a story of how innocent you were, you see. Right. So he said to me, "Be in tomorrow morning." So Sunday morning, I go in there. Bob Paisley was the trainer, was there, Shanks, up to the treatment room. So we march up there, and Bob says, "Right, get stripped off." He says, "Get your trousers, man of war's off, and jump on the table." So I strip off and jump on the table. I'm lying there. Paisley then gets a cloth and gets iodine and boot polish and starts mixing this together, you see. You jumped the gun here, hang on. And proceeds to dab me around the cobblers with it.
Right.
So I was lying here quite enjoying it, you know. And then I looked at Bob and I thought, Christ, he's enjoying it. So I was like a road crash, you know. So Shanks is pacing up and down. They said, "Is that it, Bob?" You know. Bob said, "Yeah." He said, "You stay there, son. Put the gear away." So Bob put the stuff in the cupboard. Shanks then goes to the door, and outside are all the press lads waiting for the Sunday morning quotes, you see.
Right.
He opens the door, he goes, "Come in, boys, and see the damage." And they come in, and there's a snapper there as well, so he takes a bit. And that was my defence at Lancaster Gate.
There you go. Thanks for that, Free. And the great thing was that the press then congratulated Liverpool for playing an 11-year-old boy in the starting lineup.
Oh, proud, very proud. And you can forget Bertie Votes. I've found the perfect candidate for the Scotland manager's job. It's lingerie tycoon Michel Moan. I can't think of anyone with more experience of working with Diddies. Incidentally, Craig Brown in the Saudi job, I don't think wee Craig's taking it too seriously.
At this moment in time, it's just a case of wait and see. But I've done plenty of research. I read tales of the Arabian Nights every night. They're my girlfriend's favourite bedtime stories. And still on fairy tales, imagine a player from the SPL making the shortlist for European Player of the Year. Dennis Law knows all about winning that. Well, it's true, you know. I was once European Player of the Year, you know. But, you know, as you say, when I played for the Manchester Uniteds of this world, like Manchester City and Torino, you know, there were marvellous European players like Pele and me, yeah? And Eusebio, Huey, and Benfica, be Benny, hard player. And of course, that Irish lad. Oh, yes, Alfred. Oh, Di Stefano, good player. But we were great players. We really were. We were real players. We were geniuses. Unlike today's players who are nothing but a bunch of big heads.
Right, moving on. Livingston. What a great wee Diddy team. And a brilliant job Jim Leishman's doing at Almond Vale.
Well... Cheers, Jim. What a character.
How do I feel about the news that Jordan is pregnant by Dwight York? Oh, proud. Very proud. Given all the problems we've been having lately, it's great to hear that York has scored somewhere. But we've just got to move on, make progress, and to that end, Manchester United have launched a new aftershave. It smells brilliant, and it tastes even better.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Valentine's Day is coming for you. Amoruso's new bird is model Juliana. He gave her some fruit, 2 plums and a banana.
As a nation, I feel we're always putting ourselves down. We never talk up great Scottish achievements, like, for example, Miss Scotland recently coming 3rd in the Miss World competition. I mean, to mark such an achievement, shouldn't we be giving her some sort of award? I know I'd like to give her one.
By the way, I'm doing the agenting now. At the moment, I'm in talks with Ivano Bonetti. He's interested in signing Jimmy Cranky. He's looking to team up wee Jimmy with Dundee's new Chinese signing so that he can have a Fan Ji and a Fan Dabidoji.
Punditry and the Sky Punditry. Now, did you or did you not come out with these couple of following quotes, okay? The first one we have here is, it looks as if Hearts have reverted to a 5-man back 4. Guilty. Guilty. Right, and what about this one? The candle is still in the melting pot. Guilty?
I'm taking it for said I'm guilty. Yeah.
Right, we went to the Celtic Club Museum to get your first ever wage packet as a wee souvenir. And there it is there. It's, now, that is... that's certainly...
And it was included the premium of the bonus of the Scottish Cup.
Oh, bonus as well. That's in there.
Included.
Right, that was. No, actually, I'm lying to you. They were the dry roasted ones for that. All right, couldn't get them. Listen, Stuart actually trained at East Fife with Henry McLeish. I don't know if you've heard him. He's been in the news now and again recently, you know. But and what we actually have, this is great, because he did train with Henry McLeish, and we went to the Hampden Museum this week, and they allowed us to borrow this for that era. This is actually a book. The East Fife Football Club accounts from that time. Genuinely, I'm not... This isn't a joke. I swear this isn't a joke. I wish we'd have thought it was a joke now, it could have been a good one. The genuine East Fife accounts for that era. And here it is, old expenses it's got here. Stuart Baxter, new studs, 3 and 11 pence. Remember that brings the memories back. Jai McGraw, new laces, 8 pence halfpenny. And we've got an H. McLeish here, rent of the home dressing room, £36. Fascinating. Yeah, guys in Canada called Davy.
Davy, yes.
Davy, right, what about Davy Bowman?
No.
Bowman.
Bowman.
Bowman, right, Davy Bowman.
Okay, so I'm supposed to say
Davy Bowman. Aye. Oh, Davy Bowman, he's great, okay?
Okay.
Right, here we go. Nail laughing. Right, here we go. Right, could you name then a Scottish footballer for us? Any Scottish footballer?
Davy Davis. No, I didn't.
What is that?
Carnation. That's red. I don't like them.
Right, but it's what, a carnation?
Red.
Well done. And what is this?
No idea that one.
Oh, come on. That is something called delphinium.
About a plastic.
Right, no, they're real. Plastic flowers. This is the BBC. And final one here, do you know what that is?
Lily.
Right, and Lily, you need to know the Latin names because they've all got them.
God.
Away. I thought you'd have got this. The Latin name for this, amazingly, is Fucophis, you bastardus. It's still in stadiums that I think is the thing about football that really annoys you. What is that, Richard?
Tannoys.
Right, why do they annoy you?
Because they're noisy, and it's a nightmare. You're
carry on.
You're out there trying to do your job.
Carry on, come on, I've got to hear these announcements. Somebody's parked their motor.
The nightmare is trying to...
So, as I was saying, Mark...
So we get genuine cuttings here for the Partick Thistle website, and Blackpool, this one's heading. Somebody's written in and says, my workmate's wife was at a conference in Blackpool yesterday, and she was up till 2:30 AM on the piss. She said she went to bed before a bunch of football players. Partick Thistle, she thinks they were called.
Could have
True?
been. Could have been, maybe
Right.
the manager.
Now, that was only the first wee post. Wait to hear this one. She said they were led by an elderly fellow. This is true. She says they were led by an elderly fellow with an implausibly full head of black hair.
It couldn't have been you, Tom.
He was waving a white alabaster cat that he just won at the Golden Penny Prize Bingo. Is that you?
No.
Your ass. Now, the Aberdeen connection continues because you recently signed Gordon Strachan's boy. And what's his name? Gavin Strachan. And you think he'll do us a turn?
Well, let's hope so. He's given him opportunities with us for a month or so, so we'll see how he does. But if he's half as good as his father was, then he'll do okay.
Exactly. And he's certainly, I mean, he's a double his father. We can see the photo of him. Look at this. There you go. Amazing similarity. Really, that's worth a T-shirt.
Oh, absolutely.
You know. Now, now, what we have to say as well, Darren, is that Craig Brown was on the show last week, and we let him plug his book.
Yep.
So it's only fair that we let you plug your book as well. It is, of course, called Always a Saint, and we have it here. There's actually various editions of this. We have, of course, here it is, Always a Saint. That's a good book. And, of course, Always a Celt. That's equally good. Always a Hubby. You'll like that one as well. Always a Tangerine. Lovely book here. And, of course, a Singapawa Jawawawa. Still by Darren Jackson. Absolutely excellent. So, Hazel, we have to move on in a minute. What I have to say, first of all, Hugh didn't want to talk about your extensive coin collection, did you?
No.
No, you didn't. And you don't either, do you?
No.
Right, OK. Because we had actually down here, Trick Young actually says to me, you must talk to Hazel about her amazing set of threepenny bits. Right, well, now it is time for the offside post bag, and what a post bag it is this week. Wait to see this. First up, Celtic fan Kevin O'Neill writes, Tam, how can you slag John Hartson when you're fatter than he is? Now, that's maybe a fair point, Kevin, but what you have to remember, mate, is that I also slag Lorenzo Amoruso for having an enormous penis. So, it's only fair. Anthony Brannan says, I flicked on teletext the other day and glanced at the English Premiership table. I think it's astounding the lack of coverage given to Forfar's amazing position as they challenge for a Champions League place. And well done as well to Stenhousemuir and Morton, who are 9th and 10th. Amazing. Sharon Maguire from Paisley, she reckons that Scottish football mascots are too tame. She says, forget Angus the Bull and Sammy the Tammy. Kate's drawn an alternative. It's Motherwell mascot Jerry the Gyro. That's excellent. Gyro jokes for somebody in Paisley, a wee bit rich, frankly. And Charlie Cooper from Cardross, he drew this alternative Airdrie mascot, Lenny the Liquidator. An anonymous Morton fan drew the Queen of Love Street, Betty the Boggin Broxburn bike. Darren Park for Stirling, who's a superb artist. He obviously spent ages drawing Falkirk mascot, Harry the Headlice. There he is. And Darren, who clearly spent about 3 years studying at the Sorbonne in Paris, he also sent us this mascot masterpiece. It is Gumbo, the inbred Aloha imbecile. And if you look closely, it's complete with the I Love Meths T-shirt, the banjo, and if you look very closely, 6 fingers in each horn. I'm sorry, but we can't return the pictures, but there is a T-shirt for everyone we use on the programme. Thank you. This Gulzine says, you know when Clark Kent takes off his glasses, he becomes Superman. Well, Tam, when you take off yours, do you become Mark Yardley? Right, well, let's just see a photo of Mark Yardley. There we go. give a wee snappy me without my specs. There we go. Stuart from Dingwall reckons that Tony Hart's morph looks like top referee John Rowbottom. Ron from Edinburgh suggests that Rangers striker Torry Andre Flo is a double of reporting Scotland's Eleanor Bradford. From Fermanbosch, Jimmy Calderwood is taking a wee bit of a pasting ever since we said he looked like Bernie Winters. So I'd just like to apologise because he's actually more like Orville the Duck. Lisa Smith goes for Pat Nevin and Rona MacLeod. Donald Hunter thinks that Steyr, the sauntering commander out of Doctor Who, is the spitting image of fearsome football pundit James Traynor. And now finally, Brian Anderson from Fort William says, with Christmas fast approaching, it's always a problem giving the right gift to your loved one. I wonder if this newspaper advert might appeal to Frank McAvenny. There it is, pearl necklaces, 1995. An ideal gift if you're thinking of splashing out your girlfriend this Christmas. On, because it's quiz time. Pierre, you're up first. Which former Dutch international manager is also the name of a popular deodorant? No, it's Frank Rijkaard. Unlucky. John, an easy one to start with you. A snooker question. Complete this sequence. Yellow, green, brown.
Blue.
No, it's green again. It was the spots in Stephen Hendry's chin. Unlucky. Right, now, John, complete these genuine Proclaimer lyrics. Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da.
Excellent, 2 points. Which of these is not the name of a real pub in Munich? The Dorkflug, the Olympia Imbus, or Big Lake at Nally's Bar and Grill?
Big Nally's Glaket Bar and Grill.
OK, we'll give you the points here. Which of these Scottish football legends has the least number of caps? Stuart McKimmie, Dave McPherson, Darren Jackson, or Ian St John?
Oh. I need to go to Dave McPherson.
It's not, it's Ian St John.
Oh,
That's shocking. How times have changed, eh? Now, Ian, who'd have hit?
Is that true?
It is true. Sue them.
Not true. I didn't want to have his feelings.
Ian, you can still win the quiz, though. Don't worry. Right, Ian. Top music.
I'm not playing.
You'll play with this one. You know this. Who had a hit with Little Old Wine Drinker Me? Was it Dean Martin or Jimmy Greaves?
Jimmy Greaves.
Sid and Pat. This is one for Beatty. Shows your talent. Pat, give us a wee bit of your whistling. I want to know who's best. Good one, Sid. There we go. 2 points to Pat. Well done, Pat. Well, come on, there's not worse than a smart ass. Which of these is not a real hit by the Jacksons? I Want You Back, I'll Be There, or I'm a Diving Bastard? Which of these is not the name of a real newspaper? The Washington Post, the Edinburgh Evening News, or the Air Bugle? Right, 2 points.
I don't want to blow my own bugle.
Murdo, final question for you. Which of these is not an Adam Faith hit? What do you want? Poor me, or blimey gov, this hairdo's out of date?
See.
What 3 symbols can be found in the Hibs badge?
The heart, the anchor, and the castle.
Oh, unlucky. It's baby oil, a red light bulb, and a syringe. Right. Pierre, here's a bonnet for you. Can you do a Fergus McCann impersonation?
That's the easy one, eh?
2 points. John, your question, John. Can you do a Lionel Blair impersonation? Well done, 2 points. That's a tricky one. If Alan McInally was commentating on Kilmarnock against Ayr United, who would he mention the most?
I think Ayr United.
Not Bayern Munich. Unlucky. Final question for you. Which of these films did you not appear in? A Shot at Glory or Debbie Does Dallas?
We'll go for Debbie Does Dallas.
Debbie Does Dallas, that's that. And that means that Craig has won the quiz. Well done, Craig. And Craig, I must tell you, special prize we've got for you tonight. We've actually got you a very attractive 25-year-old. And here it is here. I hope you drink whiskey, aye. Congratulations. All the best. Craig Brown. Ian, the booby prize.
Oh, no.
Your prize tonight as a booby prize. You have won the Scotland job. Well done. There we go. Contract. It's all in there.
Oh, no.
So enjoy that. Nobody in this show goes away empty-handed. So, Pierre, we've got your wages for the night, my son. There we go. You're a hard man to deal with, but there we have it. Thanks very much. Liesl, for you, we've got a lovely, lovely box of luxury chocolates.
Fantastic.
That's nice. There
Thank
we go.
you. It's very kind
And Hugh, even better for you, chocolates for you as well. Chocolate coins. Lovely. There we go. And you got a nice bag of them there, but I've actually got some left there, so that's the game.
Hi, Jim White here. Cheers, mates. Right, down to business. Charlie, what about Sean Maloney? Sean Maloney? I like this kid. 1 minute, he's modelling baby grows in the Celtic catalogue. The next, he's scoring goals against Diddy teams. But let's just cool the beans. Because career-wise, Maloney is at the crossroads of the diangular. So comparables with your Mullers is fatuous. Because Sean's got a long way to go before his right foot is as sweet as a fruit corner. Cheers, Charlie. What a load of pish. Right, the old firm, rubber-eared by the big boys of Europe yet again. Alan McAnally, what do you make of that?
OK, bud, put it this way. I know the Germans very, very well from my time in Germany with Bayern, in Munich with Bayern, in Germany. So I spoke to my great, good personal friend, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. And I says to him, oh, Rummy, what's the Hamden? And he says, Rambo, mein Freund, put ein Socken in der big Ayrshire Gubberhausen. And well, you can't argue with that, can you? But to be honest, I can't see why the old firm are so desperate to get into G14. I mean, what's so special about a postcode?
So, big dizzy for the old firm and big dizzy for Diego Maradona. Right, Claudio?
Sí, muchachos, nicht me. I wanted to go to Argentina to play a farewell match because, well, the chance to play with Maradona is something not to be sniffed at. But, Bob, Maradona is very important to my country because when he start out, he is the spirit of football. Then when he captain Argentina, he is the heart of football. Now today, he is the shape of a football.
Quick impersonation. Who's this? What? No? Give up? It's the Rangers director of football. Now, who's this? What? No? Give up? It's the Holland boss. Eh?
Well, you know what they say, and it's very, very true. There's a price to be paid for being an old firm manager. And like me, Alex will have to say cheerio to his privacy, cheerio to a quiet night out, and saddest of all, cheerio to his nice ginger hair.
It'll be difficult because when I look at Rangers' past history, I realise that there is tremendous pressure on the manager to be successful. But then I look at Rangers' recent history and I realise that if I do make an arse of it, I can always move upstairs.
No, seriously, I'm delighted to be playing Aberdeen in the next round. I mean it. I really, really do. But given the problems up at Pittodrie recently, we at Celtic are worried about infiltration by Irish casuals like the Bagora Bad Boys. the Shelbourne Shillelagh squad, or the Donegal Diddly Demons. I mean, we've already had the throwing of coins. These guys could up the ante and start throwing £5 notes.
So they're now saying it was two undercover policemen that caused the trouble at Pittodrie. How did they know they were police if they had covers over them?
Have I got a word for Yap Stam? How about Pwick?
Now, Willie, you brought us in some cracking photos tonight to have a wee look back at your career. First up, we've got a cracker here with Paul Gascoigne. Let's see that. Now, excellent. Now, that was you actually warning Gaza that if he elbows somebody for the 47th time, you might have to book him. So, happy memories of Gaza?
Yeah, it was great fun. It was a bit difficult to deal with as a referee, but he did give me one or two moments of humour.
Right, like what?
Well, I was refereeing on one day at Raith Rovers, and I was running backwards as the goalkeeper was kicking it out, and Mr Gascoigne put his foot out behind me, and I did a complete somersault.
Right, and presumably you gave Rangers a penalty.
No. It wasn't. Unfortunately, it wasn't in the box.
Right, OK. Now, you've got another photo we've got here, a cracker with Paolo Di Canio. Can we see that? Now, there you are, you're giving Paolo a card. Do you remember what that was for?
Yes, I remember that. Yes, that was in his first Old Firm game. And can't remember what the offence was for, but in the course of that game, he obviously didn't realise what the situation was, because the ball went into the Rangers crowd and Paolo was desperate to get on with the game. So he went in to retrieve it.
All right.
I had to warn him about.
Right, now, obviously, Paolo wasn't too happy with that, because we can see him giving you a right mouthful after it. He's a dish up, but we're covered World Cups and everything, and there's one particular interview during the World Cup that springs out.
I thought you'd bring this one up, actually.
Yes.
1990, my first World Cup, I was working for the other side, and Scotland going to play Costa Rica, do you remember, in the first game? And I thought, imagining a complete wipe, absolutely no problem, we were going to stuff them. So I thought, well, who'd be the best person to interview? Their goalkeeper. I can imagine hopping around. He's going to have a very busy evening of it. So we had a translator that was our translator both in Italian, and he spoke Spanish and French. I said, I want to speak to this guy. His name's Jose Conejo. And he says, that's great, because conejo means rabbit in Spanish.
All right.
I thought, this is perfect. I can just see this montage of shots of this guy in the goal hopping around. So I saved my crucial question to the last. And I said to him, now, this is through my interpreter, Jose's name, Conejo, means rabbit. Can you ask him if he has any characteristics of a rabbit? Now, I was young and naive, and they collapsed with laughter for about 5 minutes. I didn't know what was going on, the interpreter and him, and he turned to me, this interpreter, and he said, Hazel, I think you've just asked Jose if he goes like a bunny.
Actually, obviously the goal was famous all around the world. We've dug out at no little expense some headlines for 1978, the day after he scored that goal. Well, first of all, in France, Le Monde, they went with Magnifique Gemel, superb stuff. In Spain, LPS had Ole Archie goal. And back here, the Daily Record, Rangers to launch new away start. An intellectual footballer, you know, that was your real claim. An intellectual footballer, just to grasp that, it's like saying an employed Airdrie fan. It's, you know, there wasn't too many about, Pat, was there?
I never claimed to be, but one of the problems is I remember I used to read books up at the back of the bus at Chelsea. This is where this started.
You always had your nose in a book.
Certainly did.
Sometimes even the drivers, he's like, oh,
there's a big bus and I was up the back as well. No, we always up the back, and one day we were, I was up reading the short stories of Anton Chekhov, and one of the guys...
Sorry, the short stories of who?
Anton Chekhov.
Chekhov, right,
yeah,
OK.
Well, and one of the boys came up the back and goes, the last part I've figured out, I know one of the guys you're reading, I didn't know you were a Trekkie.
Archie still keeps fit by jogging down by the Clyde. What, about 3 times a week?
About.
Right.
I don't give the game away too much.
You don't give the game away. You don't want to tell me this story because you'll be embarrassed, not and blushing, and the audience will be in raptures. But Archie actually saved a man's life. He was jogging down by the Clyde just a few years ago, and actually a man in the Clyde was drowning. Well, Archie threw his head off the bridge, and that man climbed to safety up Archie's hair. It was absolutely... It was incredible. Do you know what I'm talking about, do you?
I welcome any triumph.
Well done. Last week, Offside went to speak to the Jags. First division, piece of pasta and aye.
We started all right, aye, but when you say a piece of what you said, but I was going all right.
In the days when Stevie Fulton was meant to be Baggio, who was the biggest player you were ever likened to?
I was likened to Crawford Bapty.
Favourite player?
Oh, Jerry Britton. Magnificent player.
Right, most difficult opponent?
Zico.
Danny Lennon said that as well.
Did he?
This cross-eyed judge, and he had 3 cross-eyed prisoners ready to get past sentence. And the judge says to him, could you stand up, please? So the 3 of them stand up, and the cross-eyed judge did the first one. How do you plead? And the second judge said, no guilty. The judge says, I wasn't talking to you. The third judge says, I never opened my mouth.
Patrick Thistles are happy to leave now. I mean, if you get into the SPL, will you be able to get another club all right?
There's a few in that boat, so we're hoping that maybe whoever gets relegated might be looking for a couple of players come next season.
Right. You're in the shower after a game, sweat's running off you, you're enjoying that water cascading all over your naked torso.
Yeah.
And who ideally would you like to walk into the shower room and scrub your back? Britney Spears or Dorothy Paul?
Definitely Britney.
Dorothy Paul.
Definitely.
Definitely. I'd like Britney Spears to be scrubbing Dorothy Paul's back, standing next to me in the shower.
No, it's a hard one, isn't it?
Well,
I'd probably go for Britney Spears, probably.
Right.
But I mean, Dorothy can come in if she likes.
Right, well, a wee bit of encouragement for Tommy.
Good at...
Right, Tommy, down the front.
Down the front, yeah.
Right, down the front. Right, you say you're a player.
You've got to... Tom, you've got to remember, I'm used to keeping players up, not a ball.
Right.
I'm what's called a hitman in the team, you see.
Right, OK.
Anyway,
When you go, Tommy, go for it.
Give me a try, no laughing if I don't get it right. Can we get rehearsals and all that?
Go for it. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, hey, that's not bad, by the way.
8. Well done, Tommy Sheridan.
Hope I didn't.
Thank you very much. Now, yesterday, Rangers beat Ayr United 4-0 to win the CIS Cup. The game was live and exclusive on STV, but don't worry, we do have pictures of it. They're the ones that I drew with a felt tip pen. Now, let's look first at Ayr's best chance in the first half. There it is, it's Brian. It's Brian McLaughlin's chip. You can see that, very unlucky, well saved there, of course. And you can see Gordon Dale on the sidelines there at the bottom of the screen. There he is, so that was a chance. Now, the game was finished as a contest, of course, when Claudio Caniggia made it 3-0. And here's Claudio's goal. There it is, tapped in. And if you can see up in the corner, the neutral commentator, Mark Haitley. Up there in the Scott Sport gantry, that's excellent. Now, obviously, at 3-0, it was over as a contest at that point, so I got a wee bit fed up and switched out to EastEnders for the omnibus. And there's Mark Fowler getting dot caught in a bag of spuds. Excellent vintage episode that, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So anyhow, that's the cup taken care of. The SPL split is happening here in Scotland, where the league splits into 2.
Yeah.
Can either of you two do the splits?
No.
No. Like that? No, the splits?
That's it, man.
Okay, that's no that.
That's it. This is probably about as good as it gets.
Yeah, you do it. I can't, I've got huge genitalia. Right. Can you do the splits? There we go. Excellent.
I'm the manager.
Is that how you get the Don King hairstyle? Lovely drum roll. A big run-up. And a famous Mixu Patalainen forward flat. Take it away, Mixu. Yeah! Now, just as a wee treat, because you did so well, while we're watching this next bit, here, Rob, you like this? All right. There we go. You enjoy that, Tommy? So, Graham, we want to see who's the most talented at the music, and they'll win the prize. Graham, you're up first. If you'd like to away and take it away, Mr. Spears, get your best shot.
This is a song, I wrote this song about 25 years ago called Your Song, and unbelievably Elton John plagiarised it and he made it famous.
Fantastic. Well done, Graham Spears. Kumbaya after three. A 1, 2, 3. Kumbaya. Yeah. There you go, Graham Roberts. Thank you very much. Well done, Graham. Good sport, well done. Now, this is now a real exclusive for the show. We're joined here live in East Kilbride by Scotland's newest boy band, and they're all straight as well, real shocker.
Jimmy Hill, he's a poof, he's a poof. Hey, Jimmy Hill, he's a patient poof.
Now, Chick, we've got this for you.
There's an Eggman.
Get your best shot, that's it. Put your heart and soul into it, Chick. This is for a prize. Anytime you're ready. Could you say, actually, Fatso, I'm a natural blonde?
Ja, das ist sicher. Mein Haar ist sehr natürlich blond. Dein ist nix, dein ist grau. Du bist ein dicker Arschloch.
That's me. I think I now know the German for prick. Go for it, Jim. You've got 8 to beat.
How many takes have we got?
You've got 1. That's that. Class act. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, look at us. 9, 10, 11. Oh, here we go. Class act.
I've been looking forward to this, I must admit.
Excellent. I know you are. Now, a lot of folk will take the piss out of you, Jim, myself included. But, as we'll prove over the next 7 minutes or so. But to be fair to the audience around here tonight, Jim is the original man for the exclusives. First Scottish journalist to interview Graham Souness at Ibrox. First Scottish journalist to interview Dick Advocate at Ibrox. First Scottish journalist to shag Brian Laudrup. I mean, come on. That's incredible.
Brian Laudrup, I mean, I was talking to him today, actually, Laudo.
Right.
And, you know, we send each other holiday brochures a lot. You know, he's a great chum, and I miss him desperately.
You have been quoted as saying, though, you only write good songs when Hibs are playing well. So this new album must be shite.
What's it, Sam? When we were making the record, we made the record, Hibs didn't lose one game in the entire time.
It only took 2 weeks to make, and he played 4 games and he won every one.
6-1, you beat Motherwell a few years back now, but you fined the players for not being entertaining enough.
See, that's typically you people in the media, that you're never accurate.
You look lovely, mate, by the way. You just explain your T-shirt to us first.
Well, we just thought it might work both ways when we go back to our work tomorrow morning. Whatever the score is, who cares? We're only here for the money.
No, I actually meant, where did you get one that size? Now, you're debonair because the famous sheepskin coat, that now actually takes pride of place in the Hampden Park Museum of Scottish Football, doesn't it?
It does indeed, yeah.
A proud moment?
Well, they gave me the choice, either me or the coat, so I opted for the coat.
Right. Well, you'll be in next year anyhow, won't you? Now, the interesting thing is as well that you are actually still going to the World Cup, because I read that you're not going out to Japan with Radio 5.
Well, I've been invited, but haven't accepted
result,
yet. Haven't accepted yet.
That's the game. And are you going to be there for, if you go, the full tournament or just the first week? We do have a lot of Sydney fans in the night, which is great. We were hoping to get many of them in, but a bit of a cold snap recently.
Actually, I haven't seen you for ages, and then I see you recently, what, Saturday night? We're in a restaurant together.
That's right.
It was good to bump. I was in mixed company. Tam you were with a couple of your male pals. Did you kick on to Bennett's?
No, we didn't. We didn't make it as far as Bennett's. I'm still in the huff with Bennett's after getting barred out of the dancing competition the last time. Now, seeing you the night, can you just stand up again? Thanks so much. If you did go in stars in their eyes, would it be as a wand? I came in the night and without a word of lie, security boy, when we were in reception the night, came up to me and says, "Who's in the show tonight, Tam?" Sydney Devine. He says, "Great." He says, "Did you hear the one about?" And I knew he was going into a joke. He says, "There was the two guys there facing the firing squad, and the boys there with a gun." He says to the first guy, "What's your last request?" He says, "I would like you to play Crystal Chandeliers by Sydney Devine." He says, "Not a problem." He says to the second guy, he says, "What's your request?" He says, "Will you shoot me first?" That's a guy there. That's a good joke as well. Good joke. Before you go, straight into camera 3, could you just wish Rangers all the very best in the 2 legs against Feyenoord? I'll give you a name, you answer one word. What you think of them, okay? Dick Advocat.
Nice trainer.
Fernando Rickson.
Good player.
Bert Conterman.
Good.
Michael Moles.
Asshole.
Andy Roxburgh actually called you the new Beckenbauer. Is that right?
That's right. Not only Andy Rocks, but Franz Beckenbauer came to watch us playing for Aberdeen once, and he agreed with Andy, but it made me realise that Franz Beckenbauer, German soccer legend, talks a lot of shite.
Right. He might have been talking about, I don't know, whoever, Ralph Beckenbauer, you know, a hot dog salesman or something, you never know.
No doubt he was.
I mean, Hibs, it's not happening now. I mean, supporters' buses are falling by the wayside. I mean, news we had tonight, Bathgate, no more. Methil, no more. Winwood, no more. You know, it's shocking. And Sky, no more live games, please. That's what they're saying.
I've got Celtic tattoo in my back.
Have you? Can we see it?
Kieran loves Celtic. Well, it's a clover.
There we go. Right. Are clovers meant to be brown?
No. Is it brown?
We actually, when we knew we were coming on, because of the World Wide Web and all that, we actually spoke to the Bayern Munich Supporters Federation, okay? Now, for anyone that doesn't know, Bayern Munich, a great run in the European Cup, late 80s and everything, when Alan was there. And we spoke to these guys and says, could you tell us between all you, who was the one player that you always remember for that team, right? And don't start blushing, because a staggering, and get this, 83% of the guys said Lothar Matthäus. Isn't that a total pisser? You know what I mean? You're absolutely gutted.
I'm 82 to him.
You're 82, aren't you? I had you doing for about 85. Wait a minute, this isn't Barrymore. You don't just tell us your age and you get a clap for the audience.
Is there any wonder he's still a bachelor?
Right, that's, how did you know that? Oh, just by looking at me.
How you doing? Good? All right. Question for you. Why is Celtic like a dodgy hi-fi system? They've just had their treble knackered. Eh? And what about Alex McLeish?
What about him? What was I supposed to say? You tell me. I'm not some philanthropic character doing good to all and sundry. Monday, Tuesday, or any other day of the week. My job is to please the Celtic fans. So, in answer to your question, next time I meet with interviewer Peter Martin, guess where this is going?
Yes, I phoned Reb Douglas this morning and left a message saying he will definitely play against Nigeria. Wait till you hear him laugh when I tell him April Fool.
I was really disappointed that no playing against France. But I'm looking forward to playing Nigeria. I mean, you can learn so much for these South Americans.
After the match between France and the Scotland Football Club, Zinedine Zidane came into your dressing room and spoke to the team. And he asked us what pub we played for.
What did I learn from match against France? New words like minging, fish, wankers.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid. Maybe it's no, maybe it's aye.
Oh, you know, Gattuso says I should try the Serie A. But to be honest, I'm quite happy with the motor I've got.
The 12 o'clock kick-off plays pure havoc on my family life. Because I have to buy my carry out the night before. Then I have to sit up all night to make sure none of the Waynes drink it.
What? Indiscipline? Here at Celtic Park? Do you want to step outside and talk?
Nandrelu. What a play he was. On behalf of the Rangers Director of Football and the manager of Holland, it's good night from me and it's good night from him. Good night. Thank you.
Congratulations to Partick Thistle following a superb Scottish Cup result in midweek. Celebrity fan Johnny Beattie tells us he's delighted to see the Jolly Jags get through. And no wonder, Johnny's now looking forward to his first semi in 23 years. There was much better news for cash-strapped Airdrie today. It's a bank holiday, so the banks couldn't shut them. SPL Basement Boys St Johnstone won 3-0 on Saturday, their first victory since Boxing Day. But the Perthshire people still weren't happy. Recent legislation means they were unable to celebrate the victory by ripping the head off a fox. This week, the Sun had a picture of a guy in England who was fined for having sex with a goat. Aberdeen fans were outraged. They'd have preferred to have seen a photo of the goat. After attending his first ever Old Firm game, Scotland boss Bertie Vogts admitted he was quite intimidated by the atmosphere. Well, you can understand how he felt. He was the only Scotland supporter inside the Grun. Now, last week it emerged that Aberdeen's new signing, Leon Mike, had appeared in Coronation Street. But he's not the only SPL star to have dabbled with the acting profession. For example, Ali McCoist regularly had a small part in Patsy Kensit. It is, of course, office party time, and we've heard that at Celtic Park, John Hartson got a bit tipsy and sat bare-arsed on the photocopier. Tonight, a club spokesman said they were still hopeful they'd be able to retrieve the machine. Now, this week, the government announced that the laws are to be relaxed on cannabis. Paul Lambert says it doesn't bother him because he doesn't eat humans. There were plenty of amazing shocks in the Scottish Cup this weekend. Hearts went out to Inverness Caledonian Thistle, Dunfermline lost to Ayr United, and Billy Dodds scored for Rangers. Geez, oh, where's he been hiding? Said a stunned Osama bin Laden.
Caught my studs in the grass and I turned and everything went to my knee, you know, so you're lying there. The Rangers fans are normally very sympathetic, giving me a chorus of Baldy Baldy or Yaffinian Baldy or whatever else it was they called me. Which is probably quite true, so I couldn't really complain about that. So I got to my feet because I didn't want to be stretchered off or carried off. I just kind of hobbled off. Right. And that was the end of it, I'm afraid.
That was that. Now, the injury was horrendous. Did you make it out of Ibrox without them trying to sign you? Are you still a Celtic fan?
Yeah, of course.
Right, but when you came to Celtic in 1995, I mean, the team at that time, it contained guys like Malky Mackay, Tosh McKinlay, Rudy Vata. How did you know you were going to get in the team? It's very well for yourself, Jimmy, or in Holland. We need to talk about that. How did that actually come about? Because 20 years there.
Well, I was at Birmingham and I had a nightmare down the first game of the season. We just got relegated in the second division. I had an absolute nightmare. And I had a big argument with Jim Smith, who's new at Coventry. And that was it. Game was a bogey. I nearly played 10 years at Birmingham, and I got the chance to go to Holland. I thought it was only going to be 2 months. It turned out to be nearly 20 years.
Right. They lap dancing bars are a bastard. They got away. You went to Rangers. Graham Souness. What was he like?
He was very good with the
and
players.
And even though it's finished now, thanks for coming in with the soonest Mauser the night. That was awfully good again. Competition's deed, can't give you a T-shirt.
He was very good with the players. I mean, he brought me there as 20th man in the squad.
Right.
I was fortunate to play a few games. Great club. And it was funny, you know, we came in once and I'd been playing in one of my games. I think we were getting beaten 1-0 by Motherwell. At half-time, he came in and his first thing was with Graham, as soon as he walks up and looks at the mirror to make sure his Giorgio Armani suit's perfect, you know.
Right.
Checks his tie and that. Like, you know, paid a lot of money, a few baskets.
Right.
He said, I expect better results. And he said, in fact, Chris Woods, how much did I pay for you? He says, 800,000, Gaffer. Gary Stevens, how much did I pay for you? $1 million, Gaffer. So he goes down the whole team, $1 million here, $1 million there. I'm sitting at number 10, you know.
Right.
How much did I pay for you, Neil? I says, 200,000. He said, oh, you're out of this one.
You also shared a dressing room with Barry Lavetti.
Big Basher, aye. Great big lad.
And if Barry's watching tonight, just say, drop the cock, it's just a man in a costume. All right, Barry, don't. So what was Barry like?
Great. Big, happy-go-lucky guy. I took to him with just a smile on his face all the time. One time he come in...
He wanna?
One time he come into Easter Road and he had, I don't know, the shirts, it was the dark green shirts, and if you put your hands on it, it was a tie-dye, you know, it used to go orange.
Right.
Big Basher had this on for days, he loved it, and he used to put it on the radiator before he went training, come back, and it was orange, and next minute it was green and all that. He had it on for days, it was stinking, absolutely stinking. He says, Basher, I said, lose the shirt. I said, stink. No, great, watch this. Big red hand, orange prints and all that. So Basher, so I come in one day, I says, Basher, where's your shirt? He says, piss off. He says, where's your shirt? He says, it's broken.
Right, there we go. And I hope you appreciate, as a Motherwell man here, just nodding my head, kidding on I knew about trendy shirts. Aye, right. This is the most exotic place that you've ever been to referee a game.
Exotic?
Aye. Apart from shots.
Probably Hong Kong. Hong Kong was pretty special.
Right.
It was pretty nice.
What happened there?
Yeah. Out there doing a tournament a couple of years ago. Invited out. Great experience. And a story that you know that sticks in my mind was massive stadium, 40,000 spectators in it, and it was actually a tournament. It was Switzerland against Nigeria.
Right.
And the next thing I turned, I heard the crowd roar, and I had two Chinese linesmen on with me.
Right.
And I turned around and I could see the Swiss player holding his face, and the coloured Nigerians they were off, they were hiding. And the next thing, flag goes up, and it's a referee's delight when the assistant referee catches something that you've missed, because you know that at least as a team you've got it right. So I went across, and the wee assistant referee, he says, oh, Mr. Dallas. Oh, he says, player, oh, hey, player, both down.
This was a Nigerian
yes.
guy?
No. So there I was, absolutely delighted that the wee guy went through the whole thing, what had happened, and I says, okay, I says, what number did this? And the wee Chinese guy says, oh, he says, me no.
Now it's time for the offside postbag. First up, Marie Ann Doyle, who doesn't support your team, I think, Jim. She was on her holidays in Singapore and found a bar of soap that might appeal to celebrity Hibs fans, the Proclaimers. And there it is, smelly no more. And incidentally, I've got one here. If there are any of our viewers in Airdrie who are a wee bit confused, soap is a sodium salt-based cleansing product manufactured in bars and primarily used to clean the body. All right, so you get the idea, OK? Mrs M. Stewart from Midlothian reckons her pet dog is a spitting image of Claudio Caniggia. Lindsay McLean says, don't you think my cat looks like ex-Rangers vice-chairman Donald Finlay? This week we're launching our new feature, Stars When They Were Young. Dan Fagan from Coat Bridge sent this photo of Neil Lennon as a baby. And Ian Lobbin also sent us this snap of Stevie Fulton as a baby. Michael McMurray from Moody's Burn, he goes for Hus Valharen, and the child catcher for Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Shane McGregor goes for Ross County gaffer Neil Cooper and Shrek. Now, sticking with the lookalikes, Brian McDermott says, what about Pierre Van Hooijdonk? I reckon his first goal against Rangers was a spitting image of his second goal against Rangers. And there you go. And I think the two dives were very similar as well, by the way. Leslie Wood reckons that Jim Leishman is the double of Terry Hall's wee pal, Lenny the Lion. And finally, John Scott from Perth, this is a cracker, reckons that Braveheart Colin Hendry is the double of UK curling team captain Rona Martin. Now, last week, a streaker ran amok at Pittodrie and Neil Lennon wasn't too impressed. He did this. Now, I remember I got a similar reaction for a player the time I streaked. He went like that. Now, to find out more about streaking, Offside went on a glamour trip to Larbert to talk to some Stenhousemuir and Forfar fans. If it was your choice as well tonight, ending the planet is going to streak for you tonight, who'd it be?
Kylie Minogue.
Amaruso.
Oh, that Rona Martin, the new. Rona's brilliant, the new. She's the top notcher, the new, isn't she?
Right, Carla, aye.
Aye, oh, aye.
Bella Emberg.
Bert Conterman. Is that the way she wrote name? Oh, she was... Hey,
Jordan. Jordan. Joe. You heard that? Have you got a wife?
Oh, aye.
Aye. The wife not for us week. No, bring her down tonight.
Behave yourself. Look, I'll take her top off in Tenerife.
Now, of course, it is quiz time, and actually, wait a minute, where's my card? Sorry, stop pause. Where's my quiz questions? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Scotland 2001. There you go. When did you get these? Lovely. Absolutely fantastic. Are these this week's? Aye.
Honey, you left them at home.
Where were they?
In the flat.
Oh, I left them this morning.
Yeah.
I was out in a hurry. Tommy, you're up first. Castro, Lenin, Guevara, Trotsky. Can you name the rest of the Dundee team?
Well, John McLean.
Right.
Jim's brother.
We'll give you one. Alex, tricky one for you. Spell Patalainen.
No, I couldn't do that.
Mitsu for 2 points.
It starts with a P.
Yes. So does a shite. Which of these is not a real song by Aha? Hunting High and Low, or Hunting High and Low for any managerial gig?
Depends what job you were.
Graham, your question, which of these is not the real name of an English international footballer? Terry Butcher, Joe Baker, or Albert Candlestick Maker? Which referee was nicknamed Tiny? Was it Tom Wharton in the 60s or Hugh Dallas in the showers?
Oh, definitely Mr. Wharton.
Who the #1 hit with Sugar Sugar? Was it the Archies or the McPhersons?
The McPhersons.
Well, aye. Which of these things was built in Greenwich to celebrate the millennium? A giant bingo hall or a big shiny dome? Come on, you're doing well.
We'll talk about my big shiny dome.
Well done, 2 points. So senator, so janitor, so long for a while. You know you're never fully dressed without a...
Funny.
Smile! That's it. This one is the 60s, the 70s, or the 80s. When were corduroy jackets last fashionable? Stab.
The 80s.
No, it was actually a trick question. Corduroy jackets have never been fashionable. Unlucky. Music, please. Could you name this tune? Good one for you, Jimmy. What is it?
Tulips of Amsterdam.
Tulips of Amsterdam, well done, 2 points. And Jim, for another 2 points, can you name this tune?
Your shoulders start.
One for 2 points.
I know it, but I can't put my finger
Jimmy,
on it.
pick it up.
No, I don't know.
It was a sash.
All right.
Right, you coward. That's that. Now, final question. This is a really tough one for you. Jim, how long do you give Alex Smith at Tannadice? we'll give it Jim McLean. Well done. We have a fantastic prize for you. We always have a lovely prize. Now, that chef who tried to poison you he's here. about 10 years ago, no, he's not here, but he prepared a wee something special for you earlier tonight as a special prize. And we have it here. It is an absolutely superb pizza. Wally, you've won the quiz, and we've got a cracking prize for you. Referees are under a lot of strain. It's a hard job. So just to help you save time, here's your notebook for next year with Bobo Baldy's name already in it. All right, there we go. Save you stacks of time. Well done, Wally. Congratulations. The prize, as always, is 20 quid. I know you like redistributing the money to help the poor. Yeah. So earlier, we gave your money to a big issue seller.
Right, fine.
Here it is.
There you go.
Thanks a lot, bud. There you go. Now listen, that's for Tommy Sheridan. All right?
Thanks very much. Thanks very much, Tommy, and all the best now.
Come on, man. There you go. Tonight, Monday night, as it'll be by the time you see this, we've got Jim White in the show.
Oh, aye.
You like Jim?
Aye. I seen Jim 20 years ago doing the subway having a pee at Trafalgar Square for when the Scotland England game, and everybody was doing singing.
Right.
Jimmy, Jimmy, what's the score? You know?
So you've actually seen Jim White's Wally?
Aye, well.
Talk us through Jim's Wally.
It's about, it's not as big as his mouth, or Charlie's.
When you were at Falkirk again, obviously you're saying that's where all the good stories were. Now, Mo Johnson was there at the same time as you, and you had a wee bit of a run-in with him, didn't you?
I came what's coming.
Aye, yeah, I hope you did, because it's a famous clip, but we can show it in its fullness tonight. Here's John with Mo Johnson. Run the clip. There's Mo. Trying to be interviewed for STV, I think it was. And here's Yogi coming now.
When was the last time you seen a six-pack like that?
I wasn't looking at that. I was just commiserating with the rest. That's a sin, isn't it? Really is. Actually, a wee straw poll with the ladies in the audience. Is that a thumbs up or a thumbs down? See, indecision, they were too far away to see it, John.
Hey, that's winter.
That's what happened, that was Sean.
That was a winter's day.
That does actually explain it, because all the times John get booked, managers used to come on trying to explain it by saying, he's got a short fuse. Now, how did Maurice Johnson actually react to that, do you remember?
No, I couldn't tell you.
No.
But
do you think he says, oh, Jings, that's shocking, don't do that again?
No, Morris
I don't think he did here. Let's hear what he said.
Hey, you might at least have the hard on before you done that.
Another thing about Air as well, because you're like their most famous fan. Do you know who their most famous fan is?
No.
Sydney Devine.
Oh, aye.